Yeah, people forget how young Evan Ferguson still is. 20 years old. Of course, this season he struggled in terms of form and injuries, but last season as a teenager he scored 6 Premier League goals. We all remember that memorable hat-trick against Newcastle. He's a player that, because he is so young and he does use his physicality, that does take time for strikers in that mould. But if you put that into context, like I say, he's 20 years old. Victor Gyökeres, who's now the hottest property in Europe, when he was 21 years old, he was coming off the bench for a Swansea side that were in the Championship, of course, ironically, on loan from Brighton. So Evan Ferguson's a player that does fit the mould in terms of an out-and-out number 9, but Arsenal, more than any other team in the Premier League, are in win-now mode. And so for a player that is young, that needs time to develop, if he doesn't hit the ground running, if Arsenal were to bring him in, then I don't think it would be the best for his personal development.
I think when you're looking at Ferguson, you mentioned that the goals as a teenager. If you go back to the 22-23 season, he was a top goal-scoring teenager in the Premier League. But that's quite a while ago, and I suppose the development for his next step has got to be that game time. But we know that Arteta's worked well with some really good attackers. You know, I think the effect of Raheem Sterling when he was at Manchester City as an assistant manager. Then you think, obviously, Bukayo Saka, Martinelli, even Kai Havertz. You know, as much as there's headers that he misses, especially in recent weeks, he's developed as a footballer. So for Ferguson, it would be a good opportunity to work with one of the best coaches in the Premier League.